Hi, today we're going to talk about Google My Business listing. So what we're going to do in this video is we're going to explain what Google My Business is, show you how it works, and then show you how you can build your own Google My Business. So what is Google My Business? Well, it's a free listing that each business across the world gets to put on the internet. And it allows you, what's really brilliant about it, apart from it being free, is it allows you to give all your, within your locality or within your area and region, a snapshot of the business. So it's rather like you can connect to your landing page from the website, but more than that, you can see in one look what you do. You can provide Q&As, which of course we've talked to you about a few weeks back, in terms of what is your business that you offer and various questions, common questions and things. You can add Google reviews, so anybody that reviews your business, you can list those, and you can put promotions on there, and you can list your events that are happening locally. So it is a brilliant opportunity that we need to take advantage of. So what we're going to do is explore actually what does that mean in practice. So say you wanted to find a hairdresser in your local area. Okay, so hairdressers in, let's think of a place, Manchester.
Yeah.
Okay, so put that into Google, and what comes up is a load of, there's obviously some ads at the top like Treatwell, and then there's a whole load of other websites that come up. But this bit here is is where Google, all these businesses have added themselves into Google My Business. So you can see, let's take Nikki Oliver Hairdressing. It comes up on the map, so it has a position on the map, and then you can click on that. And you can see that underneath Nikki Oliver Hairdressing, there's a website which you can click on to go through to their website. There's directions how to find the hairdressing shop. And then there's also some Google reviews which are listed there. They've added in a kind of a thing where you can book a hair appointment. Mm-hmm. They've got an ad running there. They've got their address, their opening hours, their telephone number. And then they've got these questions and answers, and then some photography of the place. And then you've got all the reviews and bits and pieces down here. So actually, in a snapshot, you've got a complete listing that enables you to understand what Nikki Oliver Hairdressing is like. And what we're looking for is for Insight 6 to have a presence in every location where they're located, and have their own listing. Now, the first step is obviously we are going to, as you know, we've come up with all these questions and answers, which will give people more information about the business, but we're not adding those yet.
No.
The first thing that we're going to show today is how to get the first bit done, which is a listing. So over time, what we're going to do through the marketing program this and next year is, once we've got everybody lined up with these, is start to add photos, build the profile, get Google reviews, because as you can see on this side, the highest one without having paid for advertising is the one with the most reviews. So you can see all of them there, and the reviews, oh mind you, I'm saying that Rush Hair is down there with 285, but it really does have an impact on how as a customer you might see that. So that's what we're trying to do. But the first step is to create a listing, which is what we're going to do now. Show you how to do that. Okay, so Cheska is going to show us how to set up Google My Business in each of your locations. So what do we do?
First thing would be to go on Google.
Yeah.
Then type in Google My Business listing. It'll take you to Google search page. scroll down to the first result.
So what's that? Google My Business Drive. Okay, fine.
So you know it's Google. It's got Google in the address here and the business side of things.
Okay.
So you'd click on that.
Yeah.
Take you through to this page.
Okay.
And I am already signed in to Gmail.
So do you have to be signed into Gmail?
You can sign in if you're not.
Okay.
But I already am. So although I press that button, sign in, it takes me straight through to the next page because I'm already signed in with my Insight6 account.
Okay.
So then this is the first page you get. So if we take an example of a region that doesn't have one, say Cumbria.
Okay.
So I would type in Insight6
dash
Cumbria.
Okay, so we're not doing it as, so it's that exact format
for each region.
Okay, fine. So if you're Mark, then you'll have Insight6 Kent.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. With a dash between the two. Okay.
So you click on that. You would get to a verification page, check that that's right. Next. Then you have the option to choose a category that fits your business best. And we decided on consultant as the one we're all going to use because there wasn't a better fit.
Yeah, we had a big look at this, and this was one of the areas that we tried to get mystery shopping because we knew that from what you've told us, that was the best one, or mystery visiting or whatever, but they don't have that and they won't adjust them. So this is the best, next best thing. Okay,
so
fine.
I click on that. Then I click next. So it would take me to this page. Do I want to add a location that customers can visit, like a store or office? And we say no because we're doing a service area, not so much like a storefront or a shop.
Okay, brilliant.
So no.
Next. Okay.
So this is the bit where you add in all the towns and or cities in your region that are going to be the top. So we would recommend maybe the top 10 most popular towns or cities in your area. So if you took Cumbria as the example, you might put in Kendal, and then you might put in Carlisle.
Okay, so only places that are in your...
Only make sure Kent, it's your area.
Sorry, not Kent, in your region. Okay.
Yeah, so it will come up with the US ones first, but keep going. Type in the whole thing if you have to, and they'll be there.
Okay.
And so on and so forth.
How many, is there any maximum that we can have?
I don't know, but I would say up to about 10 to 15 of the biggest ones you know in your town.
Okay, and the point about this, I'm assuming, is when you do, like when I search for the hairdresser, if you are listed in one of these locations, then you're likely to come up in that city or town. Yeah. Okay.
So it associates you with that place.
Okay, so to pick the big cities in your region, perhaps, as well as the larger towns.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a bit, exactly right. So then you would put up your, number. We've just done 3 for now for the purpose of an example. And then you would go next. So at this point, this is your contact details. You'd put in your mobile number. So mine's already auto-filled from Google. And then you put in the website URL. So that would be Insight6 and the Cumbria landing page.
Okay, so you would have to copy and paste, perhaps.
Yeah. So go next.
Okay, just one point on the telephone number. Obviously, that's the contact telephone number you want to be contacted on. So if you've got a telephone answering service or something, then you put that one in.
Yeah. So this will be displayed on Google. So whatever is the one that you want to be seen there.
Fine. Okay.
So this page, would you like to receive communications with personalized tips and recommendations to improve your business's presence on Google? So those will just be emails from Google with tips. So if you want to, or you don't, they won't contact you. If you don't, if you want to receive those, put yes.
Okay.
So yes. So this is coming close to the end now. So we just need to verify this before we can do all the next steps that I referred to in the previous video. So I would then finish. It would load. Then I would put my address that I want the postcard to come to so that Google can verify it. This won't be on Google, but this needs to be my home address or an address of a location I'm going to be at to receive that postcard.
Okay.
So I would do, for example...
But does this not have to be within the area so that they can verify? Because this point about the verification is all about their Google knowing that you are actually representing that area.
Yeah.
So if you are outside of the area, you will need an address that is within it.
Yeah, I believe so. So I would need to put a Cumbria address here, for example, which it's coming out with my home address, which is outside of Cumbria. But for this purpose, I think, seeing as we're not going to actually go through with it, it'll be okay. So you put in the address that you want the postcard to come to, needs to be in the region that you're referring to in the rest of your listing.
Fine.
Next. Then at this point, this is one of the last stages. So in order to fully manage and represent this business, you need to confirm that it's yours. Select how you'd get a verification code. It's got my address that I just put in on the last page, which should be Cumbria for Cumbria. And then I'd write my name. So that's addressed to me, coming to my address in Cumbria. And then that would be where I would mail it.
Okay. Fine.
And
that would be the end of it.
And then you should receive it in 4 days, but it can take up to 2 weeks.
Okay. And what does one of these postcodes, is it actually a postcode or is it a letter?
It's a little postcard size that slips in, that comes in through your mailbox.
And it's got Google.
My Business on it. It's clear it's from them, and it will just have a code on there that you'll need to enter in to your listing once it's come through.
Okay, fine. Okay. I think that's really clear. If you do